Hey everybody, today we're in the 2019 Audi e-tron Quattro and we're on our way out to the first Electrify America station in Madison on Nakusa Trail. Electrify America is a subsidiary of Volkswagen AG and they're responsible for putting together the entire charging network in the United States to support Audi's new line of e-tron vehicles. So right now, as of April 2019, there was about 140 stations in the United States. However, by the end of the year, they're projected to have 480 stations up and running. So a station every 70 miles or less on the major routes in America, the major highways. So it's going to be exciting once that's all put together, give you an easy way to travel across America in your e-tron. And then your e-tron has navigation set up where it'll tell you where all these stations are. Now, when you purchase a new e-tron, you get 10 years of map updates included. So every time they put a new station on this network, your e-tron's going to automatically know, and it's going to use that in its calculations for where you can stop along your route to get to your destination. It's really cool. It shows you where your next station is, how much range you'll have when you get there, how long you'll charge, and then how much range you'll have when you leave. So very detailed from stop to stop to stop all the way to your destination. Very cool. And what else is very cool is this vehicle's boost mode. If you haven't come and felt that yet, you have to. You get going about 30, 40 miles an hour in one of these things and then just boost it. Woo. It's just so much fun. All right, let's say we wanted to go to Chicago, Illinois.
Please say the destination.
Chicago, Illinois.
Searching for destinations. One moment, please. Should I start route guidance to Chicago? The route is being calculated.
All right, so we've only got 130 miles on our range right now, so we can't make it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And it's going to calculate the route and where we're going to stop along the way. So right now, there's a Rockford, Illinois charging station, and we can get there with 20% of our charge left currently. And we're going to sit there for 14 minutes, and then we're going to be at a sufficient charge to get the rest of the way to Chicago and have 20% charging or 20% battery life still left. So we'll get there at about 1 p.m., leaving right now at 10:15. So that's a pretty standard trip to Chicago, in my opinion. And just a short 15-minute stop at Sam's Club, Walmart, to get charged up to make it all the way there. So not too bad. So a cool thing about the charging station we're going to is it's the fast charging DC charging station. So this is the 150 kilowatt charger that the e-tron supports. Now what's really nice about it is you can charge from 0 to 80% in this car on this charger in under 30 minutes. So it's 150 kilowatt peak. Now what's nice about that though is it maintains that peak capacity up to 80% battery life. And then after that it drops to 100 kilowatt and then down from there as it gets closer to the 100% mark of your battery charge. Now that is different than Tesla in that it maintains the peak charging level quite a bit longer. So the Tesla, they have 125, they have 150, they even have a new one that came out that's I think over 200 kilowatts. However, the big difference is it doesn't maintain that peak charge for very long. It'll do it for like the first 30% of the battery charge, and then it immediately starts dropping it down. And the reason that the Audi e-tron can maintain its peak charging level longer is that the cooling system. So the cooling system for the charging is really what limits how long you can do the peak charge. So we've got this great bottom-mounted cooling system on the battery that does a great job of keeping the heat out of there so you can maintain that peak charging level as long as it does. Okay, so we're here at the Electrify America charging station. Now we came in with a 117-mile range, and I'm showing 51% battery charge level. So we're going to see how long it takes us to get back up to 100% or close to it using this level 3 charging station. All right, so we're here at the Electrify America station. As you can see, there are 4 pods set up with 2 chargers each. We've got a few different options here. We've got the 150 kilowatt CCS connector, which is what we're going to use. Your normal connector here that you'd find on a level 2 charger, and then the 2 DC fast charging ports at the bottom. Now this is set up, this station is brand new. It's set up to kind of grow with us. So we've got some other stuff here. We've got the other connector for people that aren't running Audi e-trons. And then the other stations out here are supporting 350 kilowatt max. So as our charging levels increase, the station will already be there to support it. So let's get our e-tron charged up. All right, so now it's time to pay for it. There's a few different ways you can do this. Now, if you have a new e-tron and the My Audi app, you get 1,000 kilowatts prepaid from Audi USA. So what you can do is just log in on your My Audi app, select the charging station, and hit Start Charge. At that point, it's going to start deducting those kilowatts from your account until you run out. Now I'm going to go ahead and pay the normal way via credit card because this is open to everybody that's vehicle supports this type of charging connector. So the first thing you want to do with this charging station is actually plug in your vehicle before you make any selections. At that point, it's going to sync to the vehicle, and then you're ready to pay. Now I can opt to receive text updates and receipts. And there we go. So right now it shows my battery life at 51%, just like the car said. Total charging cost so far, how much energy was delivered, and our charging time. All right, check this out. 350 kilowatt chargers set up at the station already. Now we don't have anything that supports that, but look for the Audi e-tron GT that's coming out late next year to support that. Now that thing has a 3.5 second 0 to 60. That's gonna be awesome. All right, so a couple takeaways here. We started with 51%, we got up to 80%. It took us about 12 minutes of total charging time. Now, we did have a little hiccup. We plugged in the 150 kilowatt charger and we were getting about 85 to 90 kilowatt charge at that time. A little disappointing because we wanted 150 as spec'd out. Now, what we did do is we switched over to the 350 kilowatt charger and plugged back in. And then we were getting 150 all the way up to that 80% mark. So if we had just gone straight to the 350, I think we would have charged a little bit quicker than that 10 minutes, 12 minutes, probably half the time. So next time we're definitely gonna just go straight to the highest level charger we can find, knowing that it'll adjust for the car and not just go to that max charge. So that's definitely the big takeaway there. And then you do get cut off at 80%. So you get back on the road at 80%. I think they want you to just go to a regular level 2 to charge that last little bit instead of the DC fast charger there. But all in all, great experience, very easy to use, just like you would at a normal gas pump. And we're ready to get back on the road.